Okay, hello everyone. My name is Maxim Sufanasek. I'm a co-founder and COO of Calibri Group, Coindar.org, and Synopsis as well. And today's our guest is Igor, CMO and one of co-founder of the greatest project, one of the greatest project, Game Launch. Hello, Igor.
Hello, Maxim. Thank you for inviting me here today, and hello to the whole community of Synopsis and Coindar.
Okay, let's just start the interview. So I guess our audience also can wait to hear from you. So the first question is, can you just please tell us more about yourself and your project? So it would be cool to hear,
Sure, of course. As you mentioned already, my name is Igor, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Game Launch. I'm also actually one of the people behind the idea of Game Launch, one of the co-founders. So together with four other guys, with four of my friends, a few months ago, we have came up with the idea of Game Launch, and yeah, here we are. So basically, my whole business professional career, I've been a marketing and sales specialist for a few years already. I've also been let's say, blockchain enthusiast with this interest in blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in general, developing over the years. I started as a small-time investor, but then with time, I spent more and more time in this space, and together with actually the CEO of Game Launch, with Marcin, we have started community building. We have created some Polish communities focused on cryptocurrencies. And then with this whole bull run and massive development in last year, together with a few other friends, we came up with the idea of Game Launch, and we actually started the project. So yeah, that's where we are at right now.
Okay, since you just mentioned how you guys came up with the idea, can you please tell us in more details, how did you came up? I mean, what made you to think about the Game Launch? And yeah, would be cool to interesting as well. Would be cool to know.
Okay, sure. As I mentioned, we've been talking, we've been working together in the past. We are all five of us. We are also real life friends, so we know each other for a few years already. Shared interest in blockchain, and not only. So anytime we were meeting or just speaking even on the phone or something, there's this exchange of ideas, information, brainstorming, let's say. And basically during some of those brainstorm sessions, we were discussing what is happening on the blockchain and what is not happening there, what is missing in our opinion. And since most of the guys that we are working on the game right now with, they are or they were part of the game dev industry. Once the metaverse became a thing, we've realized that actually we have a set of skills that would allow us to actually create a game ourselves, to create one of these metaversal worlds. So at first it was just a idea that we were playing with, of the creating something in the metaverse, basically something. And during some those brainstorm sessions, we were thinking about what is happening and what are the niches that are still not filled in the metaverse industry. And this is how we came up with the idea of those more closed personal spaces. Because if you have a look at the metaverse business right now, 90% of those projects, they're big open space metaverses worlds with those sandbox capabilities where you can just build, throw stuff around, create basically your whole world. And I love the idea. I love the idea of those open worlds But unfortunately, I don't have in my life, I don't have enough time for this to create like a whole world and spend time running around some imaginary fields and hills. So this is why we thought, okay, if we have so many open spaces, why don't we have a closed space where you can just log in, like into your metaverse house, uh, and spend some time there. If you have like 30 minutes or 1 hour of free time, you should have the possibility to just hop into this world, invite your friends, and share some time together. And this is how we started building the idea of game launcher.
Okay. Since you keep mentioning metaverse, and I mean it's a very popular topic right now, right? Recently, everyone just making metaverse, as you just mentioned, Sandbox, like Decentraland, even Meta started. So, but I mean, in the world of many different metaverses, like what sets you apart from like competition, and what makes it different? Yeah, you already just said that you guys made like a really, how to say, like maybe cozy and small metaverse, like for like
Mm-hmm.
for this party of friends. But anyway, like what gives you an advantage? Just
Uh, I think I can name a few of them, but what we are talking about right now, this closed spaces, personal spaces in the metaverse, I think it's one of the biggest advantages actually. People often see this as a disadvantage, but in our opinion, it's really something huge working in our favor. Why is that? First, because of what I said, it's much more time efficient, so that you don't have to spend too much time running around some virtual world, doing some quests. I don't know, wasting your time, let's say, simply running around. I know the views might be really great, but after all, if you walk outside your own house, I bet that the views are even better than in the metaverse. So if we don't have time in the real world to spend like 3 hours a day to just walk around the city and watch how beautiful it is, are we going to have 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day to just walk around some virtual city if we are not doing this in the real life? I don't think so. But on the other hand, if you have like 30 minutes or 1 hour of free time, you can just hop into Game Lounge, invite your friends, and spend some quality time together. For example, if you are based in I don't know, Warsaw, and you have a friend in Hong Kong, you can't really meet in the evening, but you can meet in the metaverse, yes. So that you can invite your friends from Hong Kong to your lounge. You can have a chat. You can have a virtual drink. If you want, you can play a game of pool or darts and spend some quality time together. But there is another important aspect and advantage of this closed spaces, because if metaverse is going to develop at this pace, keep developing at this pace, and more people are going to come into the metaverse, then like the next logical step, which we already see happening, is the marketing within metaverse. So let's think for a moment about the marketing. Uh, we can use a real life analogy here as well. For example, if you're at some exhibition or you are at a specific shop and it's full of different advertisements, it's much easier for you to actually absorb those advertisements because the space is not so big and you're being like targeted with those ads. They are really hard to miss. Whereas on the other hand, if you, for example, drive around the city for like an hour, you will most likely pass like 1,000 different advertisements, 90% of which you will not even notice because you don't pay attention as much because there's too much happening. And we think that this is the same case. It will be the same case in the metaverse. If you have a closed space, the advertisement might be much more effective because it can be easily targeted at specific community. And on the other hand, if you have simply an open space, like big open world, big open city in the metaverse, it will be similar to our cities, which are flooded with worthless advertisements that nobody notices. So even on the business side and advertising side of things, the closed space are an actual advantage for us. I think I could speak like for another 30 minutes about different aspects of that, but those are two most important ones that I'm always bringing up. So I think it will be enough to cover the topic. I'm always happy to answer questions if you come to our social media or Discord or Telegram. I'm usually there. So if you'd like to have a chat about this, feel invited.
Okay, thanks for such like a long answer. It was pretty interesting to hear. And actually, yeah, I also just tried your metaverse like recently, like a few years ago. Because since we guys like we all together we made a cool event with TEDx. So in Synopsis, yeah, I actually tried the metaverse. Unfortunately, it's just like an alpha test right now, and only tried like a web version. It's pretty limited, and I couldn't use like games and stuff. But I mean, I'm waiting for like a beta at least for VR helmet. But I mean, it was cool actually. It was interesting, yeah. And since you just, I mean, as you just said, so when it's small, it just make you to pay more attention to like details in this room instead of just playing like a big open world. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand this. And since I'm also like a player, like a really big player, like I mean, user player of VR, I have my helmet here, so I'm playing a lot. And I mean, I know what you're talking about. So when you're playing some big game, it's always like less details and or it's like a lot of details and you can easily how to say go through it and like don't notice it. But I
Exactly.
mean when you're playing in some rooms like Phasmophobia for example, you're always trying to find something interesting just in a small room. So I understand it. Okay, since
That's
you just
our idea.
told us advantages, can you please tell us who are you targeting with your product? So who is your client? Like who are your clients going to be? So it's going to be B2B or B2C or B2B2C or something. Could you please share?
It's going to be both actually, B2C and B2B, because we have two different types, two different main groups of lounges. With the first of them being private lounges that are designed for players, for users. Those all will come in like 4 different sizes with different customization features, so that you and each user can create their own personal space in the metaverse the way you see fit. You basically can change anything in those private lounges. And on the other hand, we have the public lounges, and this is the B2B component, where we will be creating like bespoke lounges on demand of a specific client. So each of our business partners, business clients, will have the possibility to own his own unique lounge, and each of them can have some distinctive features that will be only available in their public lounge. And it's all like only matter of agreeing on the details with the client, because basically the possibilities are endless. So it's just a matter of time and resources to deliver the solution that the client might need in the metaverse.
Okay, yeah, actually I can't wait you guys, like you and us like make our own room for Synopsis for the next upcoming summit in May. So it would be cool to see something, like to see our NFTs, for example, in the room. Because so yeah, I mean I just mentioned NFTs, so my next question is might be about NFTs. So can you just tell us more about like NFTs in game launch rooms and some different accessories like in details, please?
Sure. Basically, the whole game is focused around the NFTs. Almost anything that you see in the pictures or when you log in to the demo on our website, everything you see inside the lounge is an NFT. The room itself is an NFT. So to have your own lounge, you will have to get an NFT representing this lounge, and then you can access your room. Once you're there,
Well, it sounds pretty cool. Sorry for interrupting. I mean, it sounds so amazing. Actually, I didn't came up with this idea. So whoa, I just realized how cool is it. So you can actually sell your room or something, right? I mean, it's
yes,
pretty cool.
yes. We are also working on a solution that will allow people to actually like, well, you can be a lounge designer if you want, so that you can buy an NFT of the lounge, set it up with different furniture and accessory, etc., and then you can sell it as a set, so that you can create some unique lounge, and then try to make money on its unique design, because you spent time designing it. Yes. And what I was saying, every furniture piece, every accessory in the lounge is an NFT. So you can think of this like when you log into the demo, you walk around, you see different couches, chairs, tables, pool tables, arcade machines. All this stuff are NFTs. And if you want to change the design, if you want to change the look, you just get a new NFT and you can change it in the room so that it looks more the way you like it. And to this end, because basically if everything is built as NFTs, you need a cheap NFT minting service. You need like the access to the NFTs must be as cheap as possible. This is why our network of choice is Polygon. But what is really cool is that recently we came up with a solution that allows us for a cross-chain NFT operability. So that after logging in with your MetaMask, you can use the NFTs not only from Polygon network, but you can use NFTs from Polygon, from BSC, from Ethereum, and in future other EVMs. So you won't have there will be like no restriction on what NFTs you want to display in your launch. There will be a set of the NFTs that we prepared for the launch on Polygon. But if you have some really cool looking NFTs on Ethereum or BSC, you can upload them into your room and display them on your walls to brag and to show off to your friends. So that's also an option.
Yeah, it's pretty important. I mean, the operability, like interoperability, it's what I like fighting for for every project. And also, it would be cool to have like some rooms from VR chat or like maybe Steam VR compatible to your rooms, because I have my own room with I have my own lounge in my VR chat. So it would be cool maybe to share my room like from VR and make it, I don't know, like connected somehow with Game Lounge. Just maybe it might become an idea for you guys as well, because to bring more gamers as well, not just people from crypto. So yeah, and I already kind of mentioned this question before, but I mean this topic. You guys like are under launch right now, right? It's like a pre-launch stage. So when are you planning to launch like at least a beta, like a product? And what is your strategy for the launch? Because I actually can't wait to see like the finalized product and try it.
I can't say too much about the launch strategy at this point, because the product will be launched. We are hoping to launch the beta version by the end of Q2, so that people have the possibility to actually log into the lounge, their own lounge, and start inviting their friends. So this is something that we want to deliver by the end of Q2. And then we will be, with time, we'll be upgrading this with new features that will come along. We have some really cool ideas for the game launch. It is connected not only with blockchain activity, but we want to actually do some real life PR stunts. So you can expect quite a lot of happening around the launch day of the game. And beside that, if it comes to the token itself, we are going to launch to be launched in April. We've targeted March, but also due to the market conditions and like the general conditions with everything that is happening around the world, we decided to postpone it. So most likely it is going to happen somewhere mid-April or second half of April. And what we are really proud about is the fact that we already have this demo working. This is not something I'd say common because pre-launch, most of the blockchain projects, they have just like a pitch deck, white paper, and cool looking website. So yeah, you just basically give people the premise of something that is going to happen. But for us, it was extremely important to deliver an early version of the product so that everyone can have a look and can have a walk around the lounge. This is why we have launched the web version of the game. And now we are going to use it as a kind of playground for the community so that we can test different features, different events, such as the event that we have hosted together with Synopsis, with those Theta NFTs. You can expect more of that coming in the future as well.
Okay, great to hear it actually. And yeah, I mean, I think the decision to make like something, you know, before the pre-launch, like before the launch, is really good. And especially like to having like a web version, because it's pretty fast. You can just download. It's only 20 megabyte, and you can just walk around and participate in any events. So for me, because I also like have lack of time, like as a guy who managing like a different company. So yeah, it was cool. I just like spent maybe 30 minutes to guess like the word. So yeah, I mean, it was cool actually, and quite interesting experience. So yeah, guys, everyone, if you're interested in game launch, just come up to the website and try the current event with Thetatis. It's pretty interesting, and try to get some prizes in game launch token and Thetatis as well. Theta Fuel, sorry. So, okay, it was Igor, CMO of Game Launch and co-founder of this project. Thanks for your time, and thanks for such a interesting and amazing interview. And thanks for gave me this time to let interview you as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. Also, thank you for having me here today, Maxim. It was a pleasure to speak with you. And as I said, if you have any more questions, if you are interested, feel free to join and check out our social media. We are very active there, so we are open to answer any questions you might have about the launch.
Appreciate it. Yeah, everyone just come to Twitter or Telegram, wherever, and follow Game Launch. So it was Maxim Sukhanosik, CEO and co-founder of Coindar.org, Calibri Group, and Synopsis. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.